She
slave
was
abuse
watching.
victim. So there's some of the context
They're always watching.
for how
Or,
some of you may know me. And yeah, as Max was saying, the
Who's
reason
Destiny?
And he has the
For new
Bobby.
viewers, who's Destiny?
Destiny. Destiny is the reason why I'm here.
Who's Destiny?
To talk about,
Who's
he's a
Destiny?
streamer.
Yeah.
He is a big streamer. And he is abusive, in my opinion. And
Base.
Max
Okay.
recently wrote a report about the abuses of his power. Do you have anything to add to that?
Nope.
Okay. Yeah, so the reason why I'm here today is because I have been watching the recent coverage of the report from the sidelines and have been pretty horrified at the way that it's been approached, the callousness and lack of sensitivity that I've seen displayed by members of the community, which, again, to some degree, was not that surprising to me. I think I've been pretty vocal, as some of you may have seen me discuss my opinions about what I think has been going on. However, I just think that there needs to be an opportunity for Max to speak a bit more freely. And so I wanted to step up to the plate here and provide some space for that. Max, do you have anything else you want to add to your evaluation of the conversation when I approached you about this?
No.
Okay. So what I'd like to do and just kind of start with is to actually go through a bit of a summary of what is in the report, because in the previous interviews, I found it pretty disturbing to see that most people could not actually summarize or even, in some cases, really knew what was covered in the report. In the start of the introduction, Max outlines his opinion and argument, or findings, you could say, from his investigation into Destiny over the last 4 to 5 months. And he describes that Destiny is abusing his platform. And so there are 4 components or patterns that contribute to this thesis, if you will. And the first of those is unequal sexual relationships. So Max, can you just explain for me what that means to you and maybe go over a couple of
Oh, this is kind of cute. They're taking my advice. One of the things I told Max is he needs to define what abuse is or define what the issues are. And now he's doing a better job of actually laying on, instead of just taking for granted that everybody's going to agree with him. So good job on this. Okay.
Does that stand out as illustrating this?
An unequal sexual relationship is when in this context, when a large streamer is either sexting or having sex with a much smaller streamer who, well, there's a few ways they're unequal. One is, in Destiny's case, there is size, who stands to gain a lot by streaming with him. There's money and clout associated. That's kind of a more common power imbalance that you find in an industry. But additionally, there's the power of power over the public's opinion, which is a bit stronger in the case of Destiny and his sphere than other content creators, where he has this network of highly loyal smaller streamers called orbiters who will pretty much...
Just to be clear, this is true of every entertainment industry. If you look at celebrities that break up with each other, I think Selena Gomez, isn't she still writing songs about Justin Bieber? This happens in all entertainment, where fans will dogpile other people or take an interest in the lives of people that they have, like romantic or sexual relations, etc. This is not unique at all to streaming.
Carry water for him, almost whatever he does. And if they don't, he frequently turns on them. So like most recently, Brittany Simon said that she thinks that Destiny shouldn't be giving relationship advice because his personal life is a mess. And within, I don't know, 2 hours of her saying that, he had blocked her on every platform and vowed to never speak to her again. Part of that criticism she made was a criticism of his relationship with Anna. Probably his most talked about unequal sexual relationship. So then in the case with Anna, you see power over people's opinion of her was a big trigger for her in wanting to clear her name, kind of.
Oh, this is good too. He's listened more. He's actually done more research now into why Anna was the way that she was. It wasn't just because of sexual relationship or obsession or any of the weird shit that a lot of people thought, including Dan and Melina. It was because of other people's opinions of her. Oh, this is cute. So he's listened to me. He's taken my feedback, and he should have just hired me to write the second piece. But it seems like he's incorporating a lot of my criticisms now. Yeah. I think he's been hate watching since the article release. He's been obsessively watching me because every time there's stuff going on, he's commenting about it in his subreddit. Right? We see him like live posting it on Reddit. Yeah.
For a long time, she's been trying to clear her name. So that's two ways. A third way is that the threat of retaliation, where if you have a falling out with Destiny, you can do what I'm doing. Like, sure, anybody can, write a report or whatever against him. But I don't have the ability to just like snap my fingers and change public opinion of him. I don't have the ability to send a horde of my fans to go onto his subreddit and harass him. I don't have people who are interested in doxing other people or harassing their families on my behalf the way he does.
To be clear, Mr. Girl's community, I believe, did do that to Not So Erudite. I believe they did dox her, and they did go after her shit. And then also, I would argue that Max is to some extent engaged in a huge harassment campaign against me that apparently other people have taken part in as well, because Max said that one of the reasons why he was able to contact one of the girls that he did was because a fan reported that she had mentioned something about me in some other area. So that's kind of soliciting your fan base to kind of work on behalf of you. Just as much as actually, that's more than I've ever solicited mine. To be clear, you get absolutely permabanned from my fucking community if you're ever like doxing or engaging in those types of harassment behaviors against other people. That's like a zero tolerance policy in my community.
So that's another, I think, a counterbalance, which is what happens if it goes wrong. And I don't think people pay enough attention to that aspect of it, where it's like, you don't know that he would do that to you. Most of the people in the report, I don't think would have had sex with him or had any kind of sexual relationship with him if they'd known that if they offend him, and he's extremely thin-skinned, if they offend him in any way, he will use the full weight of his platform to humiliate and retaliate against them.
Also, just to be clear, there's plenty of people that I've had sexual relationships with where nothing has gone wrong. That's not the norm for how my relationships end. That's actually incredibly abnormal. He knows that. That's why he interviewed 40 plus people, probably most of whom I've had sexual relations with, and he didn't include any of them in the report. It's really strange that he interviewed so many women that I fucked, but at the end of the day, he only includes the stories of two, which was Lav and Anna. Just as that's like a direct contradiction to what he's claiming right now. But
so I think those are the three main ways that there's a pretty serious power balance between him and the people he tends to have sexual relationships with, or at least the ones out on the report.
Okay, so and for that one, you did mention Anna as being a major story that is sort of covered. I think that many people who are talking about this will sort of lukewarmly condemn his actions in regards to Anna, but this is not really the only, or even one of a few. There's many instances of this in the report itself. So are there others that you think are worth mentioning that are covered in the report for this particular topic?
I thought you were going to start comparing.
No, I'm just
I
saying
thought you were going to say it's
there
not
are...
even the worst. Now it's going to get real good.
No. Just that there are...
careful.
I think Anna has been talked about as the biggest example of this, but there are a number of examples of this across the report that I think have not really been discussed widely. So would you like to at least briefly talk about some other examples of that?
Unequal sexual relationships? Yeah, let me get out the report.
Wait, did he not
I'll
actually?
just say them in order because I want to play favorites. Everybody's got their favorite Destiny victim, but it's not fair for me to do that. Mia Rose, he groped her on stream, which was unwanted. They both had acknowledged this as a sexual assault. It's just he had a much larger platform than her at the time.
Did I? Was I more famous than Mia Rose in 2012? I don't know if that's true or not. I'm not actually sure. Mia Rose was a reasonably popular porn star. I don't know if I'd say she was like A-list, but I think she was like, I think a lot of people at the time knew who she was. But
What else again? Melina, now his wife, but when they met, she was a fan. I think he went
was she A-list? Oh, maybe.
Her and then Polly boyfriend.
Wait, how was what?
Started having sex when she was a fan.
Wait, where's the abuse? I do. Not to be
Merrick,
fair.
Brazil. Had a sexual encounter, I believe, in 2020. And he has publicly attacked and humiliated her and directed harassment toward her. And the incident in the report is focused on him mocking suicide attempt of her. Denims and Little Fox are bunched together, but they were two streamers in their early 20s who had either sexting or actual sexual relationships, or both. One had both, one was just sexting. Who Destiny preemptively smeared on a stream because they had a misunderstanding about kind of just boundaries around staying in his apartment the week after TwitchCon. Destiny was afraid that they were going to make a false sexual misconduct allegation against him, or say that he kicked them out of his house because they wouldn't have sex with him. So he just kind of preemptively went on stream and called Denims a liar, and just kind of aired out his frustrations with them about the weekend and his audience.
Oh, he still doesn't know the facts. I did not go on stream preemptively. He didn't do any, I don't know how he spent 4 months to do research. I don't know if you guys, for those who were there, Denim started streaming first. Denims was streaming first. I woke up and turned my stream on in retaliation. Like, he's just wrong. He doesn't know the story.
Why are you doing this? I was protect myself.
No, that's not.
So
Denims was already streaming.
Publicly humiliating them.
But okay.
A week later, I just don't think you can consent to being treated that way. Lab. Hold on.
Okay, and so let's move on to the next one. So the next one you outline as a pattern is retaliation. So you have already...
Please tell chat what Denims did. Listen, me and Yaman have been good, or me and Little Efogs have been good for a long time. I think she has a different name now. And me and Denims are fine now, because I said I would reset relationships with everybody. I haven't heard of Denims shit talking me anywhere. So me and Denims are A-okay. We're fine. I'm not going to sit here and drudge out all of her old shit with me, unless she wants to fucking do that. Right now, I'm going to reset with everybody, and I'm chill. I don't need to dig all of her shit out again. I don't think that's fair to me.
Addressed some aspects of that with the women who he shared the unequal relationships with, but tell us about the specific aspects of the retaliation that you've noticed within this pattern.
Within what pattern?
The pattern of retaliation that you discussed in the report.
Destiny has a highly motivated and mobilized community where often, 2 days ago, he tweeted out, some girl on Twitter took a picture of them at a live event and said, "I will pay a heinous amount of money to anybody who throws an egg at Destiny." And
He
Destiny
still is so
quote-tweeted her and
obsessed with
said,
me.
"Does anybody know where she works or lives?"
Jesus.
This kind of departure from subterfuge and plausible deniability is not super common. It's not really that often that he will make a direct call for somebody to be doxxed and harassed. Usually it's a bit more coded, where it's understood if he talks about you, and you've experienced this yourself. Or if he says something like, Shaylin was so happy before she met Max, and watches a video of you on stream, people are going to start making subreddit posts about you. People are going to start harassing you on Twitter. You're going to start getting your DMs telling you, like...
I feel when I'm not allowed to talk about anybody.
Stuff like that. So a lot of it is more coded. He will... well, I guess I can go through. But even just being publicly criticized and humiliated on the stream, so the stories I have here that are... a lot of them involve retaliation. The first one is the DDoS kid, a teenager who was DDoSing Destiny's stream in 2011. Destiny later said that he had planned to kill the kid because no legal recourse was working. He didn't actually sue him or take him to court. He said that would be too expensive, so he would kill him instead and his father, and said that the reason he didn't is because he was making so much money on Twitch at the time, and didn't want to jeopardize, I guess, his career. He didn't really mention his freedom, but I assume that was part of the calculation. And he has defended this stance as recently as a couple weeks ago, that he would have been morally justified in killing a teenager who was DDoSing. That's a pretty extreme example of retaliation. Blue Tea, around the same time, I think 2011, he leaked her nudes to his friends and called her ugly. And Blue Tea, he had access to his Twitter account.
Actually, she guessed that.
Or he should have access to his email, but she changed his Twitter account password, logged in as him, and tweeted out a picture of his genitals. And then Destiny said, and his community was pretty much on her side. They were like, even though obviously she retaliated against him, they were like, shipping some news and ridiculed her. And he floated the idea of trying to get her scholarship taken away because of her behavior. I don't think he actually took steps to doing, or I don't know. Yeah, I know he mentioned it. He was like,
I don't know. Shouldn't you like research that to find out? I think that's kind of important.
Equal to me, Bob 8. Bob became Melina's. I don't want to go. This one's a little convoluted, but he became Melina's confidant.
Imagine if he actually interviewed like me or Melina to ask either for questions about it. You know, imagine if he did that. Maybe that would be too much integrity. Maybe research is for
spent a year
abusers.
as her confidant for most of 2020, and he also befriended a woman that Destiny was dating. Also, Melina and Destiny had an open relationship.
I was not dating Bose. I mean, not that I wouldn't mind, I guess, but like that's not quite true. But okay.
And Bob was hearing stuff about Destiny from Melina, and then telling it to the girl that Destiny had begun sleeping with and or dating.
Okay. Or yeah, who cares?
And Destiny
Doesn't really matter what the actual what was actually happening.
he launched a smear campaign against Bob and roped a group of women into a call that they were not aware was being recorded, got them to say bad things about Bob, edited the audio of them saying bad things about Bob to make it sound worse or to leave out important context. And
What is this? Wait, are we writing new lore? August, are you in chat?
Three of the women publicly withdrew the accusations that Destiny had made kind of on their behalf, and then he turned around and one, he threatened and said, you should stop criticizing me or I will leak personal information, or I know a lot about you, so you should chill. Casey Tron, he said she had the audacity she has to put her fucking nose into this. And then another woman, he did not
The clip by Bob
directly
Simmons.
criticize or call out, but she made a twit longer and a tweet before he went live, naming her as like an accuser, saying she didn't want to be involved and she has like no problem with either side. And then
Isn't that kind of what Mr. Girl's doing to me? Wait, isn't that exactly what he's doing? Where he's like, most of these girls are like, I don't want to be included, don't do it. I'm pretty sure Anna said that explicitly. I don't think he got permission from anybody to leak this stuff. But he's a leaking, right? Isn't that almost exactly what's happening? Oh, weird, huh?
complained that all the girls except three of which he was sleeping with had turned against him.
Three of which he was sleeping with all turned against me. Wait, who turned against me that I was even sexually active with? Wait, I don't think that was true at all. I didn't even think I was sleeping with 4 people in that. I think it was just literally Boza Molina. I don't think I've
gnadenlose Effizienz kennenlernen.
control. Some buckets a place that I'll never go. If ice on my wrist will forever glow. They counting you out cause I ran the pole. If he talk on the crew, I got 13 words to say to him. Ain't no more customers up in this restaurant, you know there's no saving him. No, they can barely get by. He eat the holograms, living the lie. Be kicking him out if he step on the spot. They're watching me flourish, I'm watching him rock. Brand new bag for pro, but I didn't pay for it. I don't like spending that cash cause I'm trying to savor it. Secret formula, I went and put flavor in. I do not fuck with no places, I can't let no haters in. Sponge boy, get back on the grill. The customers already waiting, they already paid for the meal. Squidward, you been through the deal. Keep watch for that little boy that's plotting on me, I know he gon' steal. Christy Crew in this bitch again. Play that I got nothing on the Krabby Patty. That's a whole bunch of stars you can't steal. Whatever, we out this bitch.